that I have, the wisdom that I have, the experiences that I've been through. You understand what I'm saying? I know how to make things happen. I know how to put things together. I understand the woman. I understand how the female works. Ain't nothing sweet, ain't nothing always easy, ain't nothing, you know, peaches and cream.
There we go. We got one. We got one. We got one.
What's going on with it? Hold on. Shit, I can't
What's
even hear
going
me. Hold
on?
on. You
I
know
need
if you
start
can
about
hear me.
10
Can
minutes,
you
but I
hear me?
got, yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
all right. I
We
can't
in
hear nothing.
here. What's
Might
the
be,
deal? Big Goldie, not the little one. What's
man,
going
I can't
on?
even hear you.
Oh, you
Let
can't
me
hear me? Hold on.
let me see what's going on.
You can hear me now? Can you hear me now? Now can you hear me? You can hear me? You can hear me good, right? I thought so. I think his thing might have just went up. Smoov Lou. What's going on? You can hear me?
What's going
What's the
on,
deal?
suavÉ?
What's the deal? Top of the year. Goldie frozen. Johnny on the way. Top of the year. Well, look, welcome to the POLYFLY podcast. Your host with the most controversy, Kairo suavÉ, formerly known as Star Valley. I'm gonna just pop it off. What you leaving in 2023, Luke?
Shit, all the bullshit.
All right. So, what's one goal, one personal goal you got for 2024?
Shit, just more investments.
Heard
That's all.
that. How about you, Goldie? What you leaving in 2023?
What am I what?
What you leaving in 2023?
What am I leaving?
What are you not bringing into 2024 with you?
Oh man, you know, shit. Everybody trying to hold me back. Everybody on a negative type of time. Everybody who not trying to progress and move forward. That's what I'm leaving in 2023. And top of it, Lou, what's happening
What's
with you?
going on?
Top of it, man.
These two greats right here,
Tap.
and Johnny on the way. This is major. I'm blessed to have both of y'all. Like, I think y'all don't even know. It mean a lot more to me than y'all know to have all of y'all guys in the building at one time. That's like major. You feel me? All right, so Johnny on the way. He just texted me. So next question. I'm gonna start with you, Goldie. What song describes you best?
I think Lou lagging because I
He is.
hear
Yeah, his
Am I lagging?
thing breaking up a little bit. Yeah.
you said what song describe me best?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's too many songs, but you know what song I love? You know, like my theme music. I don't know if you ever heard the Flyest Nigga Moving, Jay Diggs.
J Diggs tough. I like
Yeah,
J
yeah.
Diggs.
Y'all, listen. If y'all ain't heard that, go ahead download it right now. It's called the Flyest Nigga Moving. It's an old school song. I used to ride to that shit in Vegas all the time when I stepped out. You know.
How about you, Lou? What song describe you best?
Shit. Be honest, I'm not really like into music like that. So
What?
if you ask me a name of a song or you ask me lyrics of a song, I don't really know.
Johnny Cash. What's
Church,
going
What's
on?
going
man. I
on
can't
with it,
call it. Just
Cash?
some more.
But
Goldie,
I just
Smooth Lou, what's
told
up
them
with
right
it?
before you got
Happening with it.
here, I am so honored to have these three giants in the same place at the same time. Do you know how major this is?
Oh man, gonna keep it going, all major shit for 2024, man. We gonna make it happen, man. We finna trump all the podcasts. We finna
Oh
trump
yeah.
all that shit. Cause guess what? This shit that we giving the people is no longer available. It's no longer available. This is history. All this is history
They
right here.
don't
You dig what I'm
make this
saying?
cloth no more.
No, 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 no.
They don't make this cloth no more. So I asked them before you got here. So I'm gonna ask
Lou,
you right on time. What you leaving in
What's happening?
2023?
you say what now?
What you leaving in 2023?
What am I leaving?
Yeah, what's not coming with you in the
Hey,
2024?
hey man, grandma love. Grandma love. It ain't no more. If a person is expecting that from Johnny Cash, how it used to be, giving away cars, apartments fully furnished, jewelry, no, the grandma love is no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. So give me one personal goal for 2024.
Hey man, the personal goal is to be a young entrepreneur, man. I'm talking about really ownership of some shit, land, homes, all that good shit. That's in the cards for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Deeds and
Younger,
titles and things like that.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? All the big business, the younger Johnny Cash, was focusing on, trying to put on for the people and, oh, look at Johnny Cash, he got the Rolls Royce, or he got the, oh my God, he got the custom jewelry, he got the, all that's cool. I did all that, still got that shit, but my priorities are in the right place now, I can really say. You know what I'm saying?
Heard that. Well, that leads into my next question. I'm gonna start with you, Lou. So, if you could go back and tell young Smooth Lou anything, what would you tell him? He lagging. How about you, Goldie? If you could go back and tell young Goldie, like young Goldie, anything, what would you tell him?
Man, know, I'll tell the young Goldie, man, time is of the essence. And time move faster than you think. You know what I'm saying? And just, be about it. Cause time gonna fly. And a lot of the shit you doing, you wasting time. Don't waste no time, cause you gonna look up,
Right.
that shit gonna be gone.
Okay, how
Is
about you, Smooth Lou? If you could go back and tell young Lou anything, what would you tell him?
I would probably tell Young Smooth not to waste time on individuals who were not focused on what I was focused on.
Okay.
If they didn't have the same vision as me, or they were not trying to be a part of my vision, I would not waste so much time with them.
Heard that. How about you, Johnny?
I would tell the younger Johnny Cash, man, to be more happy. Be more happy.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
one
be more
That's what
happy.
I've
right there.
been working
Be more
Hey,
on.
happy.
That's my
hey,
personal
that's
goal
that.
for
That's a
2024.
good one. Cause when time
Happiness.
passed, you know
That
what you
look, that's
always
my
say.
goal for the
You
whole year. I just
you
want to be
always look
happy.
back in with nostalgia about the past, no matter what the past was, and it's like, man, you just gotta stop because you're gonna look back on this time right now with nostalgia. So why not enjoy it right now, no matter what you're going
Exactly,
through?
exactly. That's what I would
Okay.
tell old Johnny Cash. You know what I'm saying? Quit being so uptight, man. Everything ain't that serious.
Right.
Like Lou said,
Right.
you could beat a person black and blue. If they don't want it, they don't want it. So you stressing yourself out trying to bring people on and get people to do something, and you only frustrate yourself. You understand me?
That
So
part.
I would
That
be
part.
more happy all the way across the board. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So look,
Yo, I gotta add to that because I feel like that's a
go ahead.
very
Go
important
ahead.
question
Look,
that
look.
you
That's
asked to
what we here
somebody who
for. Look,
listening who young.
they only
You know
gonna
what I
get
would
this
tell my younger
one
self?
time.
You know what I would tell my younger self? I would tell my younger self to invest in myself more. Because all the time I was
Mm.
investing in everybody around me, but the only person who stayed was me. If I took all that same energy, motivation, dedication, and all the time I took investing in everybody around me and put that back into myself, I'd have been in a way better position, right? Because the only person that's going to be here is you. So, I'm not saying not to do things for people around you, but focus on yourself, because you're going to be here at the end of the
Hmm.
day. I wish I told myself that and invested more in myself.
Okay. I can dig
Yeah.
it. All right. So
Definitely.
look,
Definitely put
Johnny,
more time,
because
put more
Johnny,
into yourself.
what you say, Smooth?
I said definitely putting more into yourself, because you try to keep people around you happy, because you feel that if you bring those people up around you, that they're gonna receive that, and they're gonna appreciate that and give it back
It's
to
only
you, and
one
that's not
percent
the
Look,
way it
I
works.
Lou gonna
can
fall
just
into
I
that
can say
category.
I've
One
been
percent.
struggling with the reciprocation part of this for a minute because I felt like, damn, I gave out so much love and maybe not even half of it was reciprocated back.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
agree
I'm
with
gonna tell you something, Ken Folk. I'm gonna tell you something, man. We're gonna kind of jump off topic right quick. When I lost everything, September 14, 2010, my life
that.
changed.
Hmm.
I lost millions of dollars, and that showed me who my true friends were. Losing everything, it showed me. When I hit rock bottom, the
Hmm.
reality of it was they're not gonna be there. So to whoever's listening to this podcast is gonna hear this podcast, I promise you, the same people that sitting beside you, high fiving you, celebrating with you. If you lost it all tomorrow, man, I promise you, nine out of 10 of them people ain't gonna give you a sandwich, ain't gonna give you a hot dog, ain't even gonna call a check on you. And you done broke bread with these people. You done thousands. Hey, no problem, man. My couch, come on, man, over here to the house. You good. What you need a car, man? Go and drive the Benz today, man. Just take that joint. Make sure you take care of it, man. Insurance in the glove. They won't give you not even, hey, bro, you okay? You all right? I heard about what. They won't even give you that. Matter of fact, you'll hear stories about them celebrating your downfall.
That's a fact. So look, I'm gonna segue off of our interview, Johnny Cash, because when I asked you the question is because I kind of sensed that it was coming and I wanted to try to help him before he hit that brick wall. So now I gotta ask Goldie and Smooth Lou what I asked Johnny Cash. Now that he been locked up, especially, if you could give any advice to Blueface, what would it be?
You ask a smooth
No,
little
I'm
gold,
asking
you
them
ask,
because I asked
okay.
you
I don't
in advance
really,
because I just knew that brick wall
I
was
don't really
coming
know
and I
that
I
needed
don't,
situation
somebody
like
to
that.
help
I
me.
don't,
I don't really know that
I
situation
don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know
Okay, well,
Blueface. Blue, if he's a square, I don't affiliate with him,
heard
so
that.
I don't
Okay,
know.
well, speaking of that, right? Because I got this video that's on my page and it's going crazy, and I wouldn't ask nobody else, but I gotta ask y'all. I don't know if y'all seen it, but there's a video going around. E14 is some hoes beating up the people, and the P's are recording
I
and
seen
giggling
the
and
I seen the
posting
video.
it. What do you think about that?
I seen the video. I seen
What
the
you think
video.
about it, Lou?
I I think, yeah, and I commented on somebody who posted it. At the end of the day, there's a major problem in the West Coast, and you know the West Coast they got a beautiful culture, but right now they got a
Mm,
whole lot of trending going on.
mm.
So they really got this shit show and this circus going on out there where everybody's claiming to be the pimping and every broad is claiming to be a hoe. And I value both of them. I value what it is to be a pimp and I value what it is to be a hoe. And what they got going on over there is really just straight
Circus,
circus
clowns,
shit.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way that a hoe is gonna be beating up on no pimp, first of all. And there ain't no pimp's gonna be sitting there recording
And that's what I
no pimp getting beat up by
asked
no
too,
hoe.
because
Exactly.
that was my issue. I had an issue with the P's laughing and recording it. Like, I don't know if they realize the effect that that could have when you put that out there, like for so many females to see. It was already a black eye period for anybody who's seen it. But to be laughing and making a mockery of it as if it wasn't already some bullshit, I, I think
But,
that was worse
But
okay,
than the situation going
I'm
on.
gonna chime.
the
I'm gonna
thing
chime
is,
in. This.
uh,
Go ahead, Lou.
the thing is, again, people are using that P
That's what I
word
was just
There it
and
finna
O
is.
say. Now,
word,
There it
Lou,
and
that's
is.
what I was
putting
I
just
it,
was
finna
waiting
say.
for
putting
it
it,
We
to come
going
out
back
they
to the
though.
putting it
word,
where
that
it
title.
don't go.
We going back to who
They
we
putting it
seeing.
where it don't go. You know what I mean? They just putting it where it
Right.
don't go. So what you got, what I say is you got pimps and hoes, and then you got
So,
pussy peddlers and panhandlers. That's what's going on
There it
today.
is.
So what you seeing a lot of this nonsense going on The pussy peddlers and the panhandlers. That's it.
Exactly.
Because a lot of them
Exactly.
bras, they're just prostitutes, little girls who are selling their ass, who looking for somebody to give money to because they seek that attention from
They just
somebody,
want
somebody
companion.
to accept them. Those same guys are the ones that are claiming to be pimps. They're not. You understand? They're not. All that nonsense that's going on, it has nothing to do with the game. It has nothing to do with pimping and hoeing. That's some whole other shit that came about recently, social media, these trends that came about, like, you know, all that fake it till you make it and all that other
Mhm.
shit. That's all new shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really like to put no mind to it. I see a lot of people feed into that shit, and it really bothers me and saddens me, because at the end of the day, the real pimps, the real hoes who have really put time into this lifestyle and really put, you know, got so much blood, sweat, and tears, trials and tribulations, really went through it with this shit,
Right.
are being laughed
We
at
the
or looked
ones
down
that suffer
upon
behind that monkey
because of
shit.
all this
We the
clownery shit.
ones
You
that
know what I
suffer,
mean?
man. We get the black eye. We get the lick from that.
Mhm.
You understand me? We get the laws changing, and you know, people frowning, and you know, we get the butt in all of it,
Right.
man. But we got people masquerading to be part of something they don't even have a clue about. Before Lou said that, I was going to say, when we had our first interview, we go back to that title. That
Mhm.
that word, that
Mhm.
title, everybody want a word until they standing in front of the judge and he's saying 45 years.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh, that
I ain't
changed
no
your mind
pimp.
real
I
fast.
ain't no pimp. No, no. My son ain't no.
It's
It's too
all on
late.
your Instagram, sir. We
It's
seen
too late for that,
it.
man. But you know, like I said, that video disregard and disassociate that shit from the game, because there's no part of the game. Because a respectable prostitute, a respectable
Wouldn't
whore,
do it.
would never carry herself in that such a manner. You understand? Respectable gentleman, what the fuck you doing out there in the middle of trick and hoe business anyway to be? So it's nonsense. So we can move on to, let's go to want to chime in on it. We can move on to the
No,
next
no,
thing.
no. We about to go into Goldie because I was just about to get into that. So Goldie, I saw you said you don't believe in soulmates. Let's elaborate on that.
Hold on real quick, because I do want to speak on that.
Okay.
Just because, you know, like he said, I mean, you bringing it up to some people who ain't even looking at that, ain't even commenting on that. Like, it's like in every industry, it's different leagues. You know what I'm saying? LeBron ain't commenting on motherfuckers who playing backyard basketball. I don't know what that is. I've never participated in what that is over there. I don't know anybody who participates in whatever they call that, so it's not my business. And everybody else on this call, I feel like it's a different league. And it's always lower leagues to things, but I just don't participate. I don't look at it because it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Church.
Respect. All right, so we're gonna go. I got a couple more questions, and then we're gonna get into the game, and then I'm gonna let them ask us some questions. So put your questions in the box because we're gonna get to them. So, the soulmates, Goldie, elaborate.
On what exactly?
You said you don't believe in soulmates. Why not?
Oh, well, I feel like, I mean, soulmates, just think of the term, define it for me. You can't. It's intangible. And if it's intangible, then it's not even really real. I mean,
Mm.
what, define it for me if you can.
You believe in soulmates, Johnny?
No.
How
The
about
No.
point
you, Lou?
the point I'm trying to make is it's not even a real thing, because I'm sure
Exactly.
every woman who's had a boyfriend at one point thought he was the
The
soulmate until he
one. He
Yeah,
was
wasn't
him
anymore.
until he wasn't.
You know
facts,
what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
facts.
So I mean, and that's a problem when people adopt these ideologies. It's unhelpful. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think it's some so-called a soulmate, you get with somebody, you think this is a soulmate. You no longer looking for somebody who might be better than this person because you done put this fake made-up term on this person because you got this ideology that you got from Disney movies, right? I don't feel like
Mm,
anybody's a soulmate, and I feel like no
mm.
matter who I'm with, there's always potential to be a better match for me. Whether I'm growing, they're changing. I mean,
That
it's 3
part.
billion people in this world. Ain't no one motherfucker in this world gonna be the perfect for me, and it's not gonna be somebody else. I mean, that's just a dreamland. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I
Respectfully.
meant when I said
Yep.
that.
And you know what I say? Never trust a bitch that was born on a birthday.
That's no cap. All right, so if somebody wants to be appealing, Goldie, what you think they should work on first? Mental aptitude or physical fitness?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say physical fitness, right? I mean, it sounds good to say mental aptitude, but that takes time to build. It don't take as long to build your physical as it do to build your mental. And what you attract from the gate is your physical appearance, which what somebody see. It takes time for somebody to get to know your mind. So if you're really trying to catch Man, go ahead with the easy route. Now you should always be developing yourself, but that, that shit take time.
Mm-hmm.
But you could change your whole body around in 90 days. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with you, Lou. So like Rome wasn't built in a day. So what qualities got you to where you are today? Like what's the main qualities that got you to success in your opinion?
I would say a lot had to do with first and foremost experiences, right? But I've always been in the streets, so I feel like that what I learned in the streets helped me a lot with where I wanted to be, where I wanted to end up, or how I wanted to end up. And you know, I was a I would say average when it came to book smarts, and I always kept myself I always kept myself trying to educate myself, to be a better
Right.
person. You understand? I never tried to be reckless with other people's lives, yet alone my own.
Mm,
So, I always stayed focused on a goal, and I always set goals for myself. So as I was moving up, or just going through whatever I was going through, I always tried to look for a better way.
right.
Always wanted to live a better lifestyle, live more financially free, and back to that question that you had asked, one of the things that I would have told myself was be more responsible
Mm-hmm.
with my money. You know what I'm saying? So, when you first get in the game and you're seeing all this money, and you know, you just get reckless at times, you just like, fuck it, I just want to have this, I want to have that, and all you know how to do is spend. But as you get older and you go through, those times when you're going through those peaks and valleys, and you find yourself going through that valley, you know what I'm saying? You start to think about when you was up and what you should have done. So I
Mm,
try to keep myself from making that same mistake twice. Learn from others was something that I was taught. Learn from other people's mistakes, and as well as my own. But sometimes, as men, we could be, hard-headed and stubborn, and we feel like, our egos would tell us, nah, I'll never make the same mistake that man made. Yet you make the same mistake
facts.
he made.
Okay,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
Johnny, oh my
So
fault. Go ahead.
so just always striving to learn more, pay attention, be very observant, and not be afraid to take chances, because you never know what's on the other side until you take chances.
Okay. So Johnny, I'm gonna ask you because you just talked about your situation and losing everything and having to bounce back. So what do you say to the young guy who is holeless, doleless, just fell off and trying to figure out how to get back up? What would you tell that guy?
Go get them a career,
Mm.
lead the game along,
Ooh,
find you something safe to do. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
For real, for real. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Because
that was
believe it or not, I love these youngsters, man. I want to see them make it. And there's so many avenues they can take nowadays, through social media, through marketing, through promoting themselves, and you can be, have a prosperous career just like that, nowadays versus 20 years
Yep,
ago. So I would tell them, lead the pimping to the professionals and go get you a career, man.
that's
You know what I'm saying? And go
right.
get you some, 401ks and all that different good shit like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Clean
Right,
your credit up. Clean your credit up. Focus. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna go back to you, Smooth Lou, and then I'm coming to you, Goldie. So, Smooth Lou, what's the most important quality in a woman for you?
For me, the most important quality in a woman is her ability to submit.
Mm,
A
mm,
woman that is allowing herself to submit to the man that she chooses to be with is the most quality she can have, simply because that's what God wants. That's what God said to her.
facts.
Submit to your man and follow your man. You understand? Let your man lead.
All
You
right,
know,
how about you?
if you
What's
gotta
your most important quality in a woman?
Talking to me.
No, Johnny,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
coming
damn.
right
I
after.
missed it. I was zoned out, man. I was zoned out. Hey, like basically what Lou said, man, the one that's gonna listen, that's gonna allow you to be the man, that's gonna follow, that's gonna let you lead. That's my kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's my kind of woman I want to deal with, man. A listener. That one that wanna soak up the game that I got like a sponge. You know what I'm saying? She wanna be the image of who I am. You understand what I'm saying?
A
So
great
that's her.
like a mirror reflection, not
Exactly.
the
Or
light
she
you think
yeah,
I
she
am, but a mirror reflection.
and she's trying every day to become a better version of herself every day through me. That's my kind of woman.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to you, Goldie. Um,
All right.
should your vision board be private?
What?
Should your vision board be private?
Depending who you got around you.
Ooh,
Motherfuckers hate, man. They gonna be throwing out that same negative energy in your space. But I mean, if you're around people who want to see you win, that's gonna be conducive for you both. But you never know, motherfucker. You over here trying to manifest this, and they trying to manifest the opposite. So that so
ooh.
you gotta really think about who around your circle. You know what I'm saying? It might be the person sleeping right next to you that really don't want to see you win.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm gonna flip
That's a
it. I'm gonna
fact.
start with you, Goldie. Then we're gonna go
Hold
back to Johnny. Then we're gonna
hold on. You didn't ask me about what the qualities of a woman.
Yeah, I want to hear Johnny. I want to
look.
hear Joe.
Oh,
I want to hear
oh
Goldie's
yeah, most
question.
important quality. Well, the reason why I skipped that for you is because I asked you on our podcast when we
What I
talked.
say
That's the
then?
only reason I did it.
I might have a different answer now.
Okay, well, what's the most important quality today?
I'm not gonna say what these two gentlemen said just because it was already been said,
That
but it's
part.
two, right? One is character, because I don't care if she's cooperative, if she's submissive, if she has bad character, it's always gonna end wrong. No matter what I teach her, no matter what I do, that bad character is gonna come and bite me in the ass, right? If she's disloyal. So character first. And
Mm-hmm.
second, this is a little because everything follows after this one. She got to love my dirty draws. She got to be my biggest fan, because once she's that, everything else falls in the line. She's gonna be submissive. She's gonna be cooperative. She's gonna want to learn. She's gonna want to be whatever I want her to be if it's like that. So if she's that, everything else normally falls in the line. But she got to have good character first. Otherwise, it don't make no sense.
Okay, well, this one gonna be fun. Smooth Lou, what's your biggest turnoff? Yeah,
My biggest turnoff in a
yeah.
woman.
What's something
My
that just
biggest turnoff.
turned you off completely? I can't do this no more.
A female who has toxic traits, a female who doesn't want to learn, a female who doesn't want to grow. You understand? A female who doesn't really have no ambition or drive to succeed in life, yet alone be in my life. You know what I mean? That's the biggest turnoff for
Heard
me.
that. How about you, Goldie?
Biggest turn off, man. Bras who smoke cigarettes, bras who say, bro,
No,
my
man.
nigga, bras who try to act like niggas, you know what I'm saying? Who listen to
Like
nigga
niggas,
shit, gangster shit. Women who don't act like women, man. That's my biggest turn
How
off.
about you,
I could go, I got a
Johnny?
whole laundry list, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Look, how
yeah.
about you, Johnny?
Y'all
That's
know,
all
y'all
part of that
already know.
character he was talking
You know what I'm finna say. A disrespectful woman, man.
That part.
Disrespectful woman is a deal breaker with me. You know, the female that want to talk over me, interrupting,
Oh
like
man.
P say, bro, damn fool, damn my nigga,
Hey,
get out my car,
hey,
get
what
out my
up,
car,
cuz?
get
What
out my car.
up, blood? Like, hold on, girl.
Hey, right. Get out my car, close the door, and
Right
don't look
now,
back.
conversation over with. Conversation over with. We can't do this. You know what I'm
Heard
saying?
that.
Disrespect. It would not be tolerated because you coming in the door disrespectful. That means that you're stuck in your ways. You know,
That part.
this is how it's gonna be. And I ain't got time to be trying to reprogram and redo this like you're a
Hey,
child.
that part. Hey, I used to
Yeah,
try to do it, but I
younger
heard something.
version, the younger
Yeah,
version of
yeah,
us, the younger
yeah.
version.
I don't know if I don't got the energy to do it, but I just don't want to do it
Yeah.
anymore.
or you
You
just
know,
don't
listen,
want
listen.
to.
Exactly.
This what I heard.
Y'all
This
don't.
what I heard. Right? You don't take ducks and teach them to fly. You take eagles and teach them to fly in formation. So that's my new motto. I'm finding eagles and teaching them to
That's
fly
a
in
bar.
formation. I'm not taking
Hold
ducks and
on,
trying to
Goldie.
teach them to
Spin
fly.
that back. Bring that back. You got to say that one
You
more
don't
time. Say it again.
take ducks and try to teach them to
Right.
fly. You find
Right.
eagles and teach them to fly in formation. But the reason everybody taking ducks and teaching them to fly is because it's easier to find ducks. It's harder to find that eagle,
Hmm.
but take your time. Because the same time it took you to get that duck and do everything that you did, if you just waited for that eagle to come around, you got a whole lot farther with a whole lot less stress. You really can't change people. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I've seen it. You really can't change a motherfucking character. They can fake it for a while because they want to impress you, but that character that
Right.
they built for 20 plus years, you's a motherfucking fool and you arrogant. If you feel like you finna change this woman who been like this for
Sure.
20, 25,
That,
30
that,
years, and
that's,
yo,
a,
2, 3 years you
that's
with her.
my
Yep.
And even if you
point.
could, why is it even worth your time when you could find somebody already on the right path?
Look,
Exactly.
Cause you
I
niggas
want
Exactly.
them to
ain't
know
trying to go
how
searching. You niggas ain't trying to do the
non-scripted.
work. You niggas just want to get whatever's in front of you, and that's why you finna go through what you go through.
Hey, this guy in the comment,
Exactly.
he's disagreeing with you. He said eagles don't fly in groups. What you think about that? So they know this ain't
It's a
scripted.
motherfucking analogy. If you get it, you get it. If you
Don't
don't,
you
you
don't?
don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Like we know them Eagles we talk about, Goldie.
We
You
know what the
understand
hell
me?
you
We
said.
know them Eagles we talk about,
yeah.
man. And we gonna teach them how to fly in formation. And we gonna teach them how to fly. We gonna show
Look,
you something new,
look.
Jack.
Well, let
You
You
me
know
know
what I'm
what
show
I'm
you
saying?
saying?
something then. The
Yeah.
hell?
See, it missed them, Goldie. See, like I say, hey, don't throw no rocks at the graveyard, man. You understand
Hey,
me?
you know it.
Hey, okay. All right, so smooth Lou. All right. And this for everybody, but I'm gonna start with Lou. What's the main difference between a gentleman of leisure and a gorilla?
Well, I mean, a gentleman of leisure is a gentleman of leisure. It's self-explanatory. You know, the gorilla is somebody who's being abusive, somebody who doesn't have good character, somebody who's reckless with himself, reckless with the people around him. The gentleman
Mm.
is trying to keep it that gentle. Being a,
You going in and out, Lou.
he's gonna keep it clean. He's gonna, always keep it proper. Uh, always be looking to elevate himself and the people around him. The gorilla's exactly that, a wild animal.
How about you, Johnny?
Well, first and foremost, a lot of people are. I'm gonna give them a real understanding about gorilla or ape pimp, as they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Ape pimp or gorilla pimp, his whole anatomy is built off fear. It's installing fear tactics into a woman, physically and mentally.
Control
Even when he's
by
nowhere, even when he's nowhere around, that woman's still in fear. She's broken. You understand me? She's
fear.
still in fear. Even he could be a thousand miles away. She's still gonna feel like he's right there. You understand me? Because of the mental and the physical abuse he already did install. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a gorilla. That's a gorilla. And I don't think he has no pimping with him because when you pimping and you really pimping, you know it come from here and here. You understand what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
don't want no motherfucker scared of you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no motherfucker fearful of you. You understand me? So
Especially not
I'm thinking,
these days. That's dangerous.
oh, oh man, it's been dangerous, man. You know, them guys didn't last long in the past. They didn't last long. They ended up dead in the penitentiary. You feel what I'm saying?
That part.
Yeah, so they just didn't start now. Now they're just gonna give him 100 years. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, but a gentleman of leisure, man. You know, he's a gentleman, man. You know, he gonna come from the mind. He gonna come from the mouth. The last thing he want to do is get physical. You understand what I'm
That
saying?
part. Yeah, yeah.
Last thing he want to do is get physical because he's got the information for the woman. And if she want it, hey man, it's gonna be like a match made in heaven. You understand me?
Heard that. How about you, Goldie?
I mean, they said it all, but in life, you catch more flies with honey, as the saying goes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can do it how you want to do it, but take the consequences of however you doing
Exactly.
it. Hey, and what you put out in this life, you gonna get back. You know, one way or another.
Oh, it's gonna spin that block for sure. So back around. What makes a man high value and what makes a woman high value?
Who that for?
Goldie, we'll start with you, then we'll go with Johnny.
Man, shit, it depends who you asking. If you asking somebody from the bottom what high value is, they might say somebody with a Benz and a nice chain. You ask somebody else, it's gonna be assets and this. So it really just depends on
No,
who you asking. So if you asking
I'm
me,
asking you.
okay, what makes a woman high value?
Yeah.
I don't even like that word because it's become so convoluted. I don't
It
like it,
was
but I say what
controversial. That's why I asked it.
a woman who has some etiquette has value. A woman who can take care of herself, a woman who can take care of her business without, needing somebody right next to her. You know, a woman who's intellectual, you know, who can you can grow with, you know, just the basics. And I wouldn't call it high value. I just call it, you know, a woman who has some value.
Okay, and a high value man.
A high value man, I mean, shit. Like I said, I hate that word because everybody talking about, oh, if you got some money, if you ain't got money, you ain't got high value. To me, a high value man, what I was taught was if you a real man, if you stand on your principles, and if
Exactly.
you
That's
do
what
what
I was going to
if
say.
you
Go ahead,
That's
if you
Gotti.
if you do what you say you gonna do when you say you gonna do it, if you know you're not sitting around there lying, you don't lie, you don't cheat, you know you just a 100 man. That's a high value man to me, and ain't got nothing to do with no money. You know that's something else.
Goldie just said it for me.
How about you,
He just said it for me.
Lou?
I would agree. Just a straight, honest man, you know, really about his business, about his family, first and foremost. You know, a man who's really taking care of his kids if he has them, whether he's with his baby mamas or not. You know, putting them kids first. Man always educated and always looking for a better.
Okay. So I'm glad you said that because now I'm about to ask a controversial question. Oh, you lagging. Hold on.
Lou, you going in and out, you spinning. You might want to get in a more, more popping spot because you're going in and out, you're circling. We
No,
heard
that
we
car
heard
moved fast.
we heard
That
half of
car
what you
moving
said.
fast.
We only got half of the message.
Y'all
Yeah.
can hear me better now? No.
Oh, no, Lou.
Yeah, you still glitching. You still like you're in the matrix.
How about now?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
so it's a little delay on it because you said it, then it came in seconds later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was in a bad area.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. We can hear you now. Run it back for us, please.
About the high value man.
Yeah.
Oh, I said a man who takes care of his children, a man who takes care of his family, whether he's with his baby mamas or not. You know, he's still handling his responsibility. A man who stands on definitely stands on his principles, his morals. A man who's always trying to educate himself to be a better man, um, an educator, um, just a person who's really, you know, striving to get ahead in life. You know, and we're not just talking about money because everybody has this confusion about money makes you somebody. Money don't make you nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's really just about you having good character. You got to have good character in life.
Okay. So, well, I'm about to off of young Goldie and say, do you believe there's a such thing as a high value woman? And if so, what is that?
Nah, I can't really stamp no, oh, it's a certain type of high value woman. It's some women have more value than others, but I don't feel like it's, oh, that's a high value woman. I just can't hear that coming out of my mouth, so I can't even agree with it. Somebody else could maybe, but I just can't see myself putting a woman in the category. Oh, that's a high value woman. It don't sound like some shit I'd say, so I ain't gonna, you know, even define it.
How about you, Cash? What's a high value man?
A high value man is everything these guys just said. It's a man that takes care of his responsibilities, man. You know, his family, you know what I'm saying? His kids, you know, he respects himself. He respect everybody around him. You know, his word is everything. You know what I'm saying? He don't mind working hard for what he want. You understand me? He's gonna put that work in to get what he want. No matter if he has to walk, ride, motorbike, or hitchhike, he's gonna get there. You understand what I'm saying?
That part.
To me, that's a high value man. You know, I know guys that's living in apartments that's $600 a month. You know, one TV in the whole apartment, but they happy. They taking care of their business. Everybody around them, but the kids are okay. You know, and those are some of the most happiest people. You understand what I'm saying? They rich off
Right.
life.
Right.
They rich off life. They don't have the material shit, but you can go into their world and go into their setting and be like, man, damn, I had a ball, man. The spirits and everybody was vibing, and you know, so that's a high value man to me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? One that can, sum it up with everything we said. So to let everybody know it ain't about the money. Cause like Lou say and Golden say, nowadays everybody feel like you got money, you got motion. No, that ain't the case.
Yeah.
I know tricks
Fact.
with money. I know suckers with money. I know dummies with money. I know snitches with money. So money is not a key factor with
You
this
can
shit.
Hey, hey, man,
also have emotion without money.
money's a key factor when you talking to the broad who trying to get something up out of you. But if you're talking to men like us, hey, I'm not looking for no handout from this man. So his money doesn't come into play when I'm judging who he is,
Exactly.
right? And since I don't want, it's you high value when I want something from you,
That part.
right? But if it's another man I'm looking at, since I don't want his money, what does he have? What does he have to me? And it can't be his money, so it got to be his character. It got to be how he conduct himself. It got to be how he handle his
Exactly.
business. So I mean, it ain't like you gonna have all these people in the comments saying, "Oh, cap, 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 cap." Yeah, from your perspective, you be
Yeah.
jocking these niggas who got money, or you use abroad and you want something from this dude. So that's why you saying that. But from our perspective, it's different.
Let me say this here.
And you know, you
What
could
we value
tell.
is different.
Let me say this here, man.
You
This is the most dick ridingest generation I've
Oh
ever seen.
my
You know
God.
what I'm saying?
And
These
they have no
motherfuckers,
uh,
shame.
they
They have no
lined
They
up.
don't
shame.
Hey, man,
care. They're
none,
hey,
happy
I'm
bees.
gonna start
none.
handing out Plan Bs. Because these motherfuckers, I'm gonna start giving them out. Plan Bs, these motherfuckers ride so
Mm-hmm.
much dick they gonna be
Mm-hmm.
pregnant. Money don't define you, my nigga. Hey, we done had money, we done spent it, we done got that shit again, we done play. A lot of you motherfuckers don't even know what it's like to even touch 100,000, touch 20,000. But
That
y'all
part.
cheerleading and dick riding about what somebody else got. That shit don't make you a man. 90% of these niggas, they dick ride, the snitches,
That
they
part.
pedophiles. They fucking with babies. They doing all kind of foul shit, but y'all okay with that because they have emotion. Nigga, fuck you and fuck your money.
You know what the crazy part is? You know, I would say all of us here are always trying to teach something. We're always trying to speak, something educational or trying to, elevate
Right.
somebody's mind. And we all post some
Right.
educational shit, right? The minute that you post something, you could tell in the comments. The minute you post anything flashy, that
It
shit
goes
goes
up.
crazy.
Every
Oh
time.
It
man.
goes
Every time.
crazy. It goes crazy. You post up some shit about, something that's educational, you get a couple of likes,
Man, three
and that
likes. You
and that
suddenly get
proves,
3 likes.
Mm-hmm.
what he's saying,
3 likes
and
on
that
it.
They
proves
don't like
Man.
that real
exactly what you're
shit.
saying. Nah, man, they want you to post the
The
flashy shit, the money, the
shit that's
cars,
gonna get you
this,
fucked
and it's
off.
just like,
The shit
man,
that's gonna get you robbed. The shit that's gonna
the
get you
shit that
killed.
don't
The
Well,
matter,
shit that's
the
gonna have
shit
them
that
people
don't
looking
matter.
at you. The
you
people that
know
gonna,
what the difference between them and us is? We wanted the money. They just want the attention. If they can get the attention, they don't even care about having money.
They don't
you know
care about
what?
no money.
I'm gonna tell you something,
And
man.
to
It's
me,
I'm gonna
that's
share
sad.
this.
broad behavior. That's
I'm
broad
gonna share this.
behavior. Only broads
I'm gonna
want
share.
attention.
I'm gonna share this with everybody on this live. When I came into the game, I promise you, man, I prayed and I said, you know what? I want me a nice pair of Maury Gators. I want me a mink coat and a
Mm,
Cadillac. And I said, I want everybody to know who I am. I say, if I
mm,
can get a name in this shit, a respectable name in this shit, a nice Cadillac, a mink coat, and some Gators, I'm okay.
that
I
part.
want,
That part.
because it wasn't about the money. It was about, man, I'm part of this thing. I'm baptized into something that a lot of that 99% of men want to be about. And I got a chance to be about this shit. So I know if I stay down and do what I'm supposed to do, the rich is gonna come. And everybody on here know
Hey,
I done succeeded a Cadillac and a mink coat and some Gators. And
look.
everybody know Johnny Cash. You can't be from the streets if you don't know me.
So look,
Mm.
I'm about to freestyle this question because you just hit my spirit with that one, Johnny. So I'm gonna start with you, Goldie, because to some people who don't know you, they might think you just came out of
I'm
nowhere and came up real
glad.
fast.
I
But
hope
you've
that's
really
exactly how
been
they think.
putting in that work for a very long time. And I think everybody up here has. So my question for all three of y'all, I'm gonna start with Goldie. Have you experienced your rivals becoming your idols? And if so, how did it make you feel when that happened?
No, I haven't. I'll be honest
No?
with you. I really don't have enemies, and if I do, I don't know who they are because I'm so focused on what the fuck I'm doing. I don't even pay attention to nothing
Okay.
that ain't what I'm doing. And I ain't just saying that to sound cool. That's really like I'm so focused on what the fuck I'm doing. I don't care if somebody backstab me, betray me. I'm not even thinking about that shit tomorrow. Cause tomorrow I'm focused on what I'm finna do moving forward. So I don't sit and talk about the niggas who said this. I honestly put it in the back of my mind. I got way more important shit to think of.
That part. How
Let me
about you, Johnny?
say this here, man. Before we even get started, let me say this here. Young Goldie is a very personal friend of mine. And I watched this young gentleman literally start from nothing,
It was there
nothing.
with the help and mentorship of Johnny Cash.
And having natural good game, having the insight, having a strong
Mm-hmm.
mind, having a discipline. You understand me? So if anybody who watching this live think like, man, where this dude come? Man, this dude been around. Everybody, some people is just more private than others. You understand me? Some people take care of their business in a certain fashion, the way they don't need everybody screaming their name. You understand what I'm saying? And he's one of these gentlemen. And I will stamp this man, man, at any place, at any
Yeah,
time. He don't need it, but I'm gonna let the world know that young, he that nigga. He that
Mm-hmm.
nigga. Inside and out the game. He that guy. I
always
just had to
appreciate
clear
the
the
kind words.
record, man, because millions of people may see this. Johnny Cash ain't never no hater, man. I'm gonna give props where props due, man. And that young man, he the truth.
Yeah,
Period.
appreciate it, you know.
That part. How about you, Smooth Lou? Was there anybody that you
Well,
like looked up to, but when you came up, they started treating you funny?
um, no, I never had those problems. I didn't have those problems. I wouldn't say I had those problems because I've always conducted myself, in a proper manner. I've never been disrespectful. I've never been loud. And just like, Goldie, I've always been
Mm-hmm.
private. A lot of people didn't know who I was until the social media shit came around. But I've been at it since 2006. You understand? So, um, I never had those issues, and I never really affiliated myself with
Right.
too many people because that's just the way that I've always been. At the end of the day, I came to do what I had to do and um, have done it, well.
Okay. How about you, Cash?
I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. I had those problems coming into the game.
Right.
I was voted most likely not to succeed. Yeah. I was the guy that everybody gave the blues to. Now keep in mind, when I entered the game, I'm coming off a big dope sack. Me and Yo Gotti, that's my man. We rocking. So when I walked away from everything, it was hard to get that respect. I had to put in the extra work. You understand what I'm saying? I had to put the extra work in for niggas to even take me serious. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas, they play games and, oh man, that fat ass nigga, man, how is he doing this? Oh man, what the fuck that nigga doing over there? But I use that as fuel for my motivation. And
Oh,
some of these guys that was talking, and not a lot even around no more. And a lot of them, my biggest fans now. They're my
fact.
biggest fans.
Okay. So I was gonna ask you because it just when you just say Yo Gotti, I got a two-part question. So one, um, how did you feel when you heard the news about Big Jook? And two, what was it like growing up in Memphis, Tennessee?
Man, when I heard the news, I was in the grocery store getting some washing powder, some Tide Pods and bleach, and my phone rang. Boom. And they're like, man, they just got Jook. What you mean they just got Jook? I'm like, man, they just knocked him down. I'm like, nah, man, let the air out of him. I had to stop in the middle of the store because I keep in mind, I done sit at the table and ate with this dude. We didn't play cards together. We didn't gamble together. They've been in my mama's house. I've been, vice versa. And it's like, even though we're not talking and we're not mingling here in 2014, 24, and, the years, we ain't been kicking it,
Right.
but it was hurtful to hear that he went out
I
like that. You understand what I'm saying?
thought
Because I
I
know,
thought about you first when I heard the news. If I'm just being honest, that I think I texted you that day, but I didn't like mention it. But I just called to like check on you because I know y'all was kind of close.
and
But
I
like
know, and
that's
I know his mom, that's who I feel the most pain for, Jay Mims, you
right.
know what I'm saying? Because that was her favorite. Jook was her favorite. Gotti, he could have, mother gonna love all her kids, but Jook was her favorite. That was her baby. That was her firstborn. You understand me?
Right.
And Jook been putting it down for years. Rest in peace to Jook, man. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to the whole Mims family, man. They know I fuck with him. I text CEO Grip the other night, like, nigga, I'm here for you. I ain't call him. I just text him. He hit back like, okay, fam. We laughing like that. It was his daddy's funeral that they was at. Lil E, CEO Grip. You know what I'm saying? So we chopped it up through the text message. I didn't want to call because I know he getting a million calls, and I just let him know I'm here for you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Heard that. So what was it like growing up in Memphis?
Man, and we got a saying, if you can make it in Memphis, you can make it anywhere, man. Memphis is one of them places, even when I was coming up, man, You don't leave the house without your pistol. You go to the bathroom with your pistol. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them places it's been like that. You know, now it's even more fucked up because of the youngsters with all this disrespect and no understanding. But it's been a place like, we call it the trenches. So
Right.
you know what the trenches is. When you at war and you in the trench, that's Memphis.
Heard that. Smoov Lou, where are you from? I never asked. Oh, your mic muted. Yeah, yeah,
You hear me?
We can hear you now.
yeah. There you go. Where you from originally?
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. I grew up
Oh, you from the
in the
BX?
Bronx,
I was born in
South Bronx.
upstate
South
New
Bronx.
York. So, what was the Bronx like for you
I'm
coming
from
up?
South Bronx. Shit, I grew up in the crack era, the heroin era. So, it was tough. You know, I wasn't kept indoors. I was outside. Um, but all that shit, when you come from that, all that shit is normal to you. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that time that I grew up. Um, it helped me. It helped mold me into who I am today. I grew up in in a poor side, but in a hustler's also. So I had to hustle at a very young age. At 15 years old, I had to hit the streets and fend for myself. So I'm very grateful for that. I have no shame in where I come from. I love where I come from, and
I
yeah,
think
it
that
ain't nothing to me.
was news making news because all the comments saying they didn't even know you was from uptown.
Hey, somebody got a good question on there.
I got you. Where you from though, Goldie?
I'm from
Original. Oh,
Sac.
you
You know,
from Sac? What was that like growing up?
I mean, wasn't shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bay Area, got family all through the Bay Area, be going down to LA and shit like that. That's really where I got my first taste of it, the Bay Area and shit like that. That's where I really got turned on to a lot of shit. But listen, it's a real good question that
Go ahead,
somebody
go
asked, and I really
off, Goldie.
let me go back and find it because I always like to try to give something that's gonna help somebody. He said, I can't find it, but he said something along the lines of what did you have to give up to get
I,
to that next level? I think that's a
I
real
saw
important
that
question.
question. Yeah.
It's
I
a
feel like
very
that might help
important
somebody,
question.
right? Because for me, man, I had to give up like a lot of my vices, drinking alcohol all the time, not having a disciplined schedule. I had to really reinvent who I was. And I've done that multiple times in my life and my career and the things that I'm doing. I feel like that's essential. Like you really got to cut out all the vices and the things because it's really not about adding more shit to your plate. If you just stop taking the
Mm,
back steps that you're taking every day, you'll just automatically elevate. You really self-sabotaging yourself every day on the shit that you doing that you shouldn't be doing. If you just stop drinking, stop smoking, if you just stop not going to the gym. If you just stop doing all the bullshit, you'll naturally elevate. But everybody don't even want to
mm,
stop that. They just want to put a whole bunch of more shit on their plate. And that's what I did. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to learn this. I'm gonna try to do this. Meanwhile, I still got all these habits, bad habits that I'm constantly taking back steps. So I had to stop taking back steps before I elevated. And one more thing, which is very important. And Johnny Cash was one of those people that really changed my life and elevated my life. When I started, stop trying to do it on my own and started to find people and get around people who were where I wanted to be, right? That fast tracked me. It got me farther in like this amount of time when it took most people this amount of time. I'm running laps around people doing the same thing I'm doing because I got mentors. I got people who've done it before me, who's giving me the game, and they're letting me know where the traps are at, right? I thought I could figure it out. I thought I knew everything I needed to know, and that's why I was staying in the same place, getting ahead a little bit, but not really a lot. When I got with Johnny Cash, when I got with Boss Hogg, when I got with Jimmy Starr, when I got with Dre, when I got with all these people, they gave it to me in a certain way, and my life immediately elevated. And I continue to do that in my endeavors now. I get around different business people. I get in mentorship programs. I get on different programs of dudes on higher levels than me, and they give me the blueprint. If you think you finna figure this shit out on your own, you might, but you might fucking not though. So why not just get somebody? And a lot of niggas got a problem with paying motherfuckers for game. Are you stupid? Ain't
Mm.
that what motherfuckers do when they go to school? They go to motherfucking
It's
Harvard,
the
but you think you
same
too good.
damn thing.
You
Self
think it's a knock. All right,
education.
you be stupid, right? You be stupid. Let's see how long it take you. I'm finna go get the sauce stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Believe
I
That
that.
think
part.
it's
That part.
Believe
very
that.
important
Yeah.
to get around people and don't be trying to get around people and not give nothing. Motherfuckers spent time, blood, sweat, tears, energy for the game that they got, and you want a nigga to give you some shit for free. You know what that shit gonna be worth? Exactly what you paid for.
Nothing.
I can't stand
Exactly. Not
and real
a damn
Nothing.
motherfuckers
thing.
can't stand a free
Nothing.
nigga coming around with your
Yep.
hand out asking for some game. That's a violation of the game if
Yep.
I give it to you for free. you ain't gonna use it
Sure
anyway because
is.
you didn't pay for it.
Exactly. You ain't
You
gonna
know what I'm
do
saying?
nothing with it, man. It's gonna be priceless to you. You're
So,
gonna
so what
when
I
Oh,
would say is, whether it's books, whether it's mentors, whether it's people just 2 steps ahead of you, they farther than you, they could teach you something. I think that's
believe that.
yep.
really
Facts.
important because that's
It,
been the crux of my life is getting around people ahead of me, and that's boosted my life in every level, and I
Church.
still do it to this day. That's like my secret
Church.
sauce right there.
Church.
it,
Church. Now these youngsters
it's
need
a
to pay
fact.
attention to everything Goldie just let came out of his mouth. He
Oh
just
yeah.
I
gave
I
y'all
done
the
I done spent over $200,000 on personal development, on coaches, on seminars, on books. Some of that shit was, didn't do nothing for me, but I still continue to do it because I understand the value
and
of
guess
knowledge.
But some of it you
what, Goldie?
still eating off of
And
today.
guess what,
So it's
Goldie?
worth
You will take that knowledge and information to the grave. And
Yeah.
that's why
It's
99% of these niggas
a
ain't
lot of
seeing
people
you.
ask me, they be like, oh, I got 50,000. What should I do with it? Nigga, even if you doubled your money doing something in 5 years, that's only 100,000. You spend $50,000 on personal development, you're gonna be a new motherfucking man
And a
tomorrow.
mm,
You're gonna go way,
millionaire.
you're gonna learn to make way more than what you doubling that shit in the stocks or in some
Yep.
fucking real estate that's gonna take 15 years. Wait until you develop yourself to be the person, right? And then you'll be able to do anything and make way more money. But y'all trying to do it backwards. I feel like everybody, if you're not trying to work on yourself, personal development is the only investment that you can't lose on because you
that
always got yourself. And that's my piece,
Goldie.
look,
man. I just
You
I just
Goldie,
wanted
you
to
look,
give
just
hold
that
gave
on.
the
knowledge right
sauce,
there.
Hey,
church.
look,
You just gave the
that's
sauce, church.
amazing because I'm about to segue clean off of that because I'm about to ask all three of y'all another controversial question.
But hold on. I want to hear what what
Before
what,
you
what
go,
Oh
took
Suave.
them to the
yeah,
next level of it.
Lulu. The
Before you
question,
before
what you had
before
to
you go
change?
anywhere, I just want to touch on. I want to touch on something that
Right.
Goldie was just saying, right, about this generation always sticking their hand out. That's a fact. This I come from a time where there was a such thing called homage. You had to pay homage to get some game. You understand? Your mentor came along. Shit, the first bitch you got was yours. The second bitch you handed it over, or you handed that man some money. You understand? These guys nowadays, they want to call you up, get in your DM. Hey man, what do I tell this bitch? She's
Yeah.
acting like this, that, and the other. Man, what you mean? What did I tell this bitch? If I gotta sell the game to the bitch, why
Why,
am I gonna give it to you?
why
Exactly.
don't you just
You
give
understand?
her
What
to
makes you
me?
think I gotta
Give me
give
the
it to you? Yeah,
bitch.
I'm always telling them that
Yeah.
one. I'm
Like give
gonna
her to me and let
bitch
me
over
show
here.
you,
You don't know.
and then you try again on the next
And,
one
and,
because
and we ain't gonna give them that game about OGs who gonna give you some bad game. Coming with your hand out, they gonna give you some bad
oh
Oh,
game
for
yeah,
sure.
and knock you for your work.
They're
they'll
gonna
show
give you
you
some bad
how
game
to lose a
and
bitch
then
in
let you know
99 ways.
that they got that bitch.
Hey, hey,
And then let you know that they got that bitch.
hey, you get to calling them. Oh, so what do I do? Next thing you know, they calling you. Hey man, it's a courtesy call. Let me tell you a little something.
Hey, Lou, give them that chain of command one more time, Lou, in case they were listening slow, Lou. That chain of command, man, on how it normally work and how this thing supposed to go for the ones that's listening
You
slow.
got to pay homage. You got to pay homage. If you want some game, you got to pay homage. Point blank, end of story. Ain't shit for free around here.
Look,
Because it's true. A pimp is gonna knock you for that bitch. Don't think that because you up around the pimping and you some youngster that he ain't gonna peel you. Shit, because a pimp's gonna see the potential
facts.
behind that bitch, behind his pimping on that bitch that you don't have. So he ain't gonna let you let that bitch go to waste. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But these guys don't understand that. Then they get all mad because I've had it happen to me. They all in my BM. They're talking. And the next thing you know, they talking. They putting money in their house. And the next thing you know, that broad is hitting me up trying to get me. And then I got to call the dude and tell him, hey man, I got the broad. And they upset at me. Oh, I thought you was my OG. What the fuck you mean you thought I was the OG?
You
Who
thought
told
I
you that? What dollars
was
you
your
gave me?
OG.
None.
What? Okay, so I'm gonna start with you, Cash. Has somebody dirty macking you ever got you the bitch? Has everybody dirty macking you got somebody knocked before? Cause
I don't get the question. You say what now?
has somebody dirty macking speaking dirt on your name? Has it gotten them knocked for the bitch because they was
Man,
Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, Johnny
man,
Cash, Johnny
hey
Cash,
man,
and
I
then
done
the
got
bitch wanted to know who is Johnny Cash,
hey
and
man,
once she got there,
I done got in so people business by them dirty Mac and the late night pillow talking. Because these hoes are like, monkeys. They're curious. They're like cats. They're curious, man. They're going to want to find out, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell these youngsters, let that bitch know about you. Speaking on the next man, you ain't going to do nothing but keep that bitch curiosity, keep her geared up to trying to figure out why is he hating on this man? Why he constantly speaking on this man? This hoe going to want to know, man. And countless times, like I told you, that phone ring, hey, yeah, I heard, but you heard about me. Well, I was with, and he was just, why he don't like you? Why he whoop, 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 whoop. There it go.
That part. Hey, Goldie, the way you laughing, come on, give it to me, man.
Hey,
I mean,
hey.
it happens.
Give it to me, Goldie. I see you laughing.
You know what? I think that they said enough on it, but I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I'm gonna give y'all this little piece of game. Stop listening to these pimp rappers with your broad. All you doing is gonna let these niggas knock your broad. If she see you so infatuated with this nigga music and his game, all he
Yes.
doing is lacing your bitch when you in the car.
That's it.
I don't even let
That's
my
it.
bros listen to no gangster. Only thing I listen, understand this. Music is one of the most
Influential.
Influential.
Yes.
influential brainwashing
Influential.
tools, and
Yep.
and the government knows it.
Yep.
So guess what I'm playing? I'm playing
Yep.
everything that talks
Mm.
about catering to her man. Whatever I want my woman to be like is the type of music I play around my bra. You
You know,
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm in her mind 2 times.
Gold,
Y'all listen to all this
that
gangster
part.
shit and
Gold,
wonder
you know
why.
what I'm listening to in my house nowadays? Classical music and jazz.
Yes.
Mm,
My
mm.
grandmother used to listen to nothing but jazz, so that's my shit.
And classical music. That's it. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only thing gonna get play up in here, man. You understand me? And quit letting your bitches, your bras, watch this love and hip hop shit. These, all this. So that's poison to a bitch that really trying to get focused and really trying to be all she could be, man. Because guess what? She gonna start looking at
Yep.
them bitches as role models. Oh, so this how it's supposed to go.
Hey,
Oh,
I just told somebody the other day, a couple years ago, we only had to worry about maybe, oh, but now we got the city girls, we got damn sexy red, we got all of these influences that are getting to the females. But I want to flip the coin though, because I know we got to get into this. We can't leave nothing out. So you just said how the music is influencing. Do y'all believe the music has something to do with the feminization of men that's happening?
For sure. For sure. I mean, all those guys that you see doing a lot of feminist shit or feminist, acting feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Just like them guys that are doing a whole lot of
the
tricking.
music
You
made
know
it
what I mean?
okay. It was already
It,
there. The
it,
music
it's
made it
horrible.
okay to show it.
There we
The
go.
music made it okay to showcase it now because
Mm-hmm.
this is what everybody talking about. This is everybody listening to. So when I put these skinny jeans on, it's gonna go along with what everybody talking about, and I'm gonna look normal, and I can fit right on in.
Go ahead, Cody. I need
Mm-hmm.
you to go because y'all about to segue
What was
into.
the,
I
what
got
was
a real
the question?
controversial question, but I need. Hold on. I want you to answer that one first. You
Yeah,
believe
what
the
was the question?
what? Next, do you believe the music has something to do with the feminization of men?
Oh man, the music has been a tool of control, for forever. You know what I'm saying? Anything that has a big movement, man, is being pushed by the masses. It's being pushed, from some sort of agenda. Anything that's that big is being pushed by an agenda. Factually.
Okay, that comment that I just pinned. Considering I'm a masculine woman, I think I can answer this question for you from the source. My masculinity had nothing to do with music. It had more so to do with, if I'm being quite honest with you, the the seek and search for my father's love led me to be around a whole lot of men, in combination with the fact that I got 6 brothers and all of my father's brothers were in my life. I had a lot of male influence in my life, so that's what contributed to my masculinity. I wouldn't say it would be the music, but I think that also relates to the men, because a lot of these men were raised by single mothers. So, do you think that the absence of the male in the home contributed to that as well?
You know what? Exactly. did, the absence in the home of the male or the daddy, it plays a big role, man. That's why I'm really 1,000% geared to being here for my daughter, man. I got a 4-year-old daughter, man. I love her to life, man. And all the mistakes that I made with my prior kids, I'm not going to make with her.
Right.
You understand me? I shield her, I protect her. I'm here for her, just for the little things, from the micro things to the big things. I'm daddy right here. You understand? Because it makes a difference. It makes a difference, man. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? Mama could be hollering her ass off. Daddy give it that look, and it's done. They need that because they need to know the balance throughout life, man, because these white people ain't going to play with
That
them. They got two
part.
places for them, the penitentiary or their graveyard. You understand me? And I'm going to tell somebody, I know this is going to be off subject, but to all the parents that's online that's listening to this, are going to make sure your kid is an advocate reader. Reading
Mm,
is the key to everything. Put them books in front of them. Make sure they're reading, they're
No,
getting a class, outstanding
that's real.
understanding. Reading is fundamental. I promise you, man. A person that's reading is a very powerful person.
I
Man, I
concur.
used to be so ignorant until y'all know my guy, Miss Honeybee. When she first came around, she was an advocate reader. And one day I caught her reading a book. Bitch, don't come around with that phonics and that whoop the whoop 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 whoop. Put that shit down. You need to be reading up on. But that was the ignorancy in me. I had
mm-hmm.
to grow to this point to know that reading is informational. I don't give a fuck what you're reading about. It's something to learn through reading.
That
So
part.
if you got little kids, man, put them books in from reward them, pay them
And
off.
man,
Whatever you got
I
to do,
agree with
man,
that.
make sure it's fun to them, man, because the more they read, the more powerful your child is
Man,
going to be.
they talk about all the top CEOs. They've done studies, and it's the ones who read the most books and read the most books are the most successful. So, I mean, it's a direct correlation. And to what you're saying, just about books, just about anything. I mean, are you a good parent? Most of y'all just babysitters. I mean, to say that you're a good parent is, did you equip your child with the tools necessary to go out in life on their own and be successful? Right. And if you not, and if you let them scroll on Instagram, fucking up their attention and their focus, which is one of the most important, most valuable things in this day and age, if you let them do that because it's too hard to sit them down and tell them to read a book, you're not a good parent. You're just there. Don't just be there. Be a good parent and equip your kids. Because I know, like most of us, we wasn't equipped properly.
Part.
Don't do
No,
your kids the same
no,
way. I know
exactly.
it take time and energy to force them to read a book. It's easier to have them on their iPad, but you're not equipping them to be successful in life. And then they're gonna fall into the trap of somebody who could take advantage of them because they're not
Or
equipped mentally
somebody
themselves. They
to
can't get their
mislead them.
own money. So you're doing them a disservice. And if you let them do that because it's too hard to sit them down and
Right.
tell them to,
Yeah, I think that's very important too. And we talking about like really read the textbook. Don't just give them an
In it,
ebook
dog,
off the
physical
iPad.
reading, Lou,
You know, the whole
exactly.
thing. Man, take them to the library. You know what I mean? Let them get that
Period.
experience of going there and searching for something, that they like and they read, and let them hang out in the library and read in the library. You know what I mean? When there's no distractions, where you got to be silent. All these things are very important to the minds of our children nowadays, because everybody's just handing out their kids an iPad and here you go in the games, and that don't help the child at all. And you start to see it as they get
Well, they
Exactly.
older.
say confidence
All they want
starts
to do
in
is
the
listen.
have.
home. That's what
It's
they say.
mental warfare, and they trying to get your kids' mind. They're brainwashing all of us, so you got to work twice as hard in your household to brainwash not only yourself but your kids for what you want. TV, television, these apps, billion-dollar apps designed to get you to think and see a certain way. They brainwashing
Hmm.
you and your kids. You have to work twice as hard, triple times as hard to brainwash yourself with the positive with what you want, because
That
it's going on regardless.
that part.
Yep, and it also helps them in also developing their character. Reading is fundamental, but the education, when you growing up, from they say from when you like 9 months old, your brain starts to be a sponge. You start observing things, even though a baby can't speak and stuff, but they getting it all. They soaking all that in. You know what I mean? So it's important that those first, yeah, 10 years, 12 years that you really just got them, like the Chinese. You see the Chinese, what they do with their kids? You know what I'm saying? They got them kids always just learning something, learning something. They're not
Mm-hmm.
being entertained. The kids here are being entertained with things. So as they grow up, they grow up emotional. These boys are emotional because all they looking at is a bunch of broads or other young boys be emotional. They're weak. So, they're programming. It's like you said, they just program them
Yeah.
to be weak. Uh, feminine, retarded, because
Man,
that's what they
facts.
basically
basically,
coming out,
Hey,
retarded.
basically,
hey, they say the IQ is dropping.
it's
Facts.
Very
rapidly,
much.
Yeah,
They
rapidly.
say after
I
But
that.
believe it.
and check this out too. Your kids don't listen to what you tell them. They watch and they
What you
imitate what you do. So
do,
you can't just put a book in front of them. That's why I say personal development is everything. Be the example. The fastest way to teach your kids is when he comes home and sees you reading. That's normal to us. When he see you going to the gym on a regular, that's normal to him. Instead of just telling him to do shit that you ain't even doing,
That,
he ain't gonna respect it and he ain't gonna do it. Monkey see, monkey do. He's gonna do what he sees being done. So work on yourself first at the same time. You trying to push books on your kid. Are you reading? I'm gonna tell my son after this, I'm gonna be like, come on, let's sit down for 10 minutes and just read.
right.
Let's sit down and just meditate for 5 minutes. Let him do something with me so he sees this is normal.
That part. I tell my
And
daughter all the time, don't
that's
do as
really
I say,
important,
do as I do.
and that's really important because we are our children's
exactly.
first role model. You know, if any of you guys were raised with your fathers or
Right.
had your fathers in your lives, those are the first people that you looked up to,
Facts.
was your
Facts.
daddies. You know what I'm saying? What they did. So I would say that, um, a lot of what I do today comes from a lot of what my father did, when he was
Right.
alive and was around. You know, people be like, oh, why you like aviation? Why you like to fly? Well, because my dad was a pilot. So it's just what I saw him do,
There it
Why
is.
you drive so many cars? It's because what I
Right.
saw him do. Why you have that entrepreneurship? It's because that's what I
Facts.
saw him do. So I get that from him. You understand? So it's important that men, especially, who have children, whether you got baby mama or drama or not, fuck that bitch. Should make it your business to be a part of your kid's life, some way, somehow. I see too many people who give up on trying to be a parent or trying to be in their parents or in their child's lives because they're worried about what the mama's gonna
Exactly.
do, or because they're worried about giving over some money. Fuck that bitch. Fuck the money. If you ain't got it, don't worry about it.
Still
You understand what I'm
be
saying?
a parent.
Play your
Still
role.
be a parent.
Let the child see you trying to knock on the kid. I remember the house and you didn't let him in. All that shit on her. That
Oh,
moment.
you in the mix.
You understand what I'm saying?
He
You
breaking up.
that ain't old.
You're breaking up again,
You in the
Lou.
matrix, Lou. You in the matrix. You in the matrix.
Y'all hear me?
He
Ooh,
was breaking
100.
up
That
heavy.
was some game right there, 100. You was breaking up a little bit, Lou. You was in the matrix. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
we
hear
hear
me?
you
we
now.
heard you. Yeah, you was in the
Hey,
matrix.
Yeah, I was saying, so that no matter what, make it your business to get into your kid's life. No matter what kind of baby mama drama you got. No matter what, child support, all that. If you ain't got it, it don't matter. That's not, a kid doesn't care for that. That's not what a kid
Right.
cares for. You understand what I'm saying? A kid
Yes.
just
yeah,
wants their parents' love, and not just
yeah.
their mama's love, but they want to know that their daddy loves them too. You know what I mean? And just show up. Just show up, knock on the door. If the bitch don't want to open the door, the kid is gonna always remember that. The kid's gonna always remember how mama acted when daddy was around.
Now
You
that's
understand what
funny.
I'm saying?
Hey, and let me
Because
tell you something real quick. Because I got full custody of my son, right? But
Right.
check this
right.
out, because you know what I always would think? I don't care how much money I got. I don't care how quote unquote successful I am in life. If I have a son and he turns out to be like one of these mark ass niggas out here that I know, my life would not, the quality of my life wouldn't be good just knowing that. Because that's
Mm.
my
Exactly.
dude. Because that's my
Exactly.
dude. And that would hurt my heart to know. Because I just was like, fuck it. All the drama she put me through, all this, man, fuck it. But when I'm grown, my son grow up to be one of these niggas that I know that I despise. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. No matter how much money I got, no matter how quote unquote successful I'll be, I will never feel as happy as knowing that I didn't raise my son. At least give my best effort to raise him to be the man I think he should be.
Now,
Look, I'm glad
keep,
you said that.
There you go.
check
Go
this out right here, man. Let me put some
ahead,
paint
church.
where it
Go
ain't.
ahead, church.
I grew up in a household without a father. You know what I'm saying? I was
Me too.
18 years old when I could first remember my mother telling me she loved me. I was 18.
Right.
Never heard it. You understand me? I was raised by the pimp 2 houses down. My mentor, he's still in my life today. You understand me? So think about how difficult it was, how hard I had it. But I got to be the one to break these generational curses with mine. You understand me? Goldie just said a mouthful. Lou just said a mouthful. For the ones that's listening slow, it's a bigger picture. I hope y'all take the game in that's being given, because there's some $1 million worth of shit popping off on this live right now.
Yeah.
That's life changing.
Look, and you know
Life
I'm about to
changing.
come with the controversy because that's my thing. Because if I'm being completely honest with y'all, a lot of people try to understand how I ended up where I am. I grew up with my dad. And whenever my dad would get mad at my mom, he would literally put me in the car seat and say, "Come on, T, we going pimping." And I watched this man with plenty of women my entire childhood. When I grew up, I just wanted to be around a lot of women, if I'm
Hey,
being honest. So now the controversial question is, if your daughter or your son came to you and told you that they like the same sex, would you still accept them?
now, now I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, you know
If
I
you
gotta
had a
bring the
Now
controversy.
check this out right here. If you had asked me this question 10 years ago, you would have got a different reply from what you're about to get now. They your children. You're gonna love them regardless, man. You understand me? And you know, it'll be something that I'll probably have to get used to. But the love I have for my daughter, baby, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as you're happy, I'm
Look,
happy.
the comment saying it for you. I knew it was gonna come. That's why I asked.
You
Go
know what
ahead, Lou.
I'm saying?
How about you?
Uh, I lived that experience, so it's real easy for me to answer it truthfully because my daughter, who is now 24, went through that phase to where she was liking the same sex. So I didn't treat her any different because of it. You know, it was what it was, and she went through a phase. You know, she didn't remain that way, but she went through that phase where she liked, females, and she did it for 3 or 4 years, and then but I didn't change nothing
How
with her.
about you,
I
Goldie?
mean, this cancel culture topic you throwing out there right now, they're gonna fuck around, bring this shit up 10 years from now and cancel my ass when I'm trying to do big things. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that on that answer. But I
That's
wanna go
smart
back to what
because
I
I was
said.
gonna ask, is there a difference between if it's a boy, your son, or your daughter? Like, is it a difference
I
between girls and
I,
boys? Would it
I don't have
be
a daughter. I don't have a daughter, so I
ah
can't even say what it'd be like. But I wanted to touch on something real quick because we had moved past it. I just think it's really important because I am a father and I take pride in being a father, and I've learned a lot being a father. And a lot of times you realize like your kids don't listen to you, and it's because you don't even listen to you. And as Lou was saying, his father was his first role model. And you're gonna be your kid's role model until you're not. So you need to get your shit together so you could be the one influencing them instead of somebody else because you don't got it. Because they're gonna be looking at the other person in the flashy car because you don't got it. We could say what they should and shouldn't value, but how about you just be that ultimate man that they admire in every way? Then they'll be coming to you for everything. So when you have excuses like, "Oh, my kids did," you should make it your duty to become the best person you can be and a man that your kids will admire in every area, so they'll come to you for advice and they won't go to the streets like I'm sure a lot of us on this call did and
Exactly.
led us astray.
You right. I mean, you right, Goldie. You summed it up.
Man, because you was going down the street. I'm sure that pimp had a nice car outside,
Oh
right?
man, you know what, Goldie? He did, man. He had been rich cross country for years, and when he made it back to Memphis, he had let his hair down, had regular jeans on, just normal, man. You wouldn't even knew. If you know, you know. And he saw me doing my thing, and he saw me disrespecting my mother one day from the front porch. And after I did it, he waited the following day, and he said, "Come here, man. That's your mom. Why would you? No, man. That ain't how. Woo, woo, woo. Go apologize to your mom. You only get one." He broke it down to me, and I lived by that. From that day forward, man, my whole total mission in life was to love, respect my mother, and take care of her. From those powerful words that he gave me, and ever since then, we've been rocking.
That's some powerful shit right there.
I told you that. Look, they don't make this clock no more. I hope y'all appreciate what y'all getting right now because this is a once in a lifetime deal.
It's too much game. This motherfucking podcast right now. This live should be called not too much, 3 much game. Because 3 much game, man. You know what I'm saying? For
That
real.
part.
Motherfucker fucking around and overdose on this shit, man. For real.
Nah,
Okay,
for
so
real.
look, I'm gonna ask one more question, and then we're gonna go into that fun game that I like to play. And then after that, I'm gonna let y'all ask questions. So if y'all see that question mark at the bottom, put your questions in that box so that I can come back to them. So now the question is, what is the greenest thing you have seen in your experience, either from yourself or somebody else? I'm gonna start with you, Lou.
I didn't
What's
get the
the
question.
greenest thing you've done or the greenest thing you've seen in the game? Because
The
you don't
greenest
learn it right away. You gotta go
She
through it.
mean
shit.
lame. Lameness of
Start.
green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what she mean. Shit. Started doing
Mm,
for the bitch right away.
mm,
Putting the bitch in front of me.
mm.
Yeah. I learned that. I learned you don't do that. I learned you don't do that right away. The hard way.
Okay, how about you, Cash? You know, I like to make you think, man.
You know what? I'm a quick learner, man. I learn from my mistakes, man. I'm gonna tell you the greenest shit that I could think of I'd have done. Somebody else may have a different opinion, but coming into the game, I was fairly new, and a great pimp out of Memphis by the name of Super Bowl. He had this little broad, man. He was really keeping his broad down. He was smashing on his bitch, man. And me being green and naive at the time, I didn't know that the bitch really was looking for something soft. She was looking for a way to get from up under that smashing that he was doing on her ass, right? So she flagged me down one day. It was like, hey, woo, 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 bitch, you got some money? Nah, man, but da, 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 da. I fed it to the drag. Boom, I picked the bitch up and moved her from one blade to another. Which she ended up making some money. Boom, bam, boom. So she made some money. I broke on her, called her. First thing Super Bowl say, man, nigga, how'd you get my number? Oh, yeah, okay, man, whatever. Hung up on me. I'm like, damn. So later on at night, I go to the little spot where everybody kicking it at. It's 2, 3 replicable 4 pimps out there. I see Super Bowl pull up. I show up. And all the guys that I really kind of looked up to shook my hand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How you doing, baby? How you doing? How you doing? And the last person that reached and grabbed my hand shook that motherfucker, didn't let it go. And they tore into my ass like a lion's on a wounded buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And I say, "Ooh, Lord, they crucified my ass out there that night." But I needed that. I needed that. That's what created character. I needed that. And I never made that mistake again. Never made that mistake again.
How about you, Goldie?
You said what's the greenest thing I'd have never did?
Mm-hmm.
Man, probably so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's a story. When I,
Oh, we all got much we could say. We all
Right.
got
We
much we
don't
could
want
say,
to
but
say
shit.
it, but
I,
look, we don't want to,
I'm gonna
but
give you one that sting to this day. The best lessons are the hard ones, right? So,
right.
Exactly.
I had something fresh, she really knew more than me. Uh, she was out somewhere. She made a couple dollars, like 5K, and that was big, throughout the week. And then she hit for five, so she had 10K. This more money than I ever seen before. And I know she didn't get money like this either. And she was like, "Are you finna come?" I'm like, I'm gonna probably take a flight at the end of the week. So y'all already know what happened. And I just knocked this fresh work. She made a mad move with me for a nigga she done been with for like 7, 8 years. So y'all already know what happened. Me being green, I'm like, all right, I'm finna push it off to the end of the week. I'm count every time she, make a move, I'm counting up the chips, like, oh, what I'm finna buy with this. Oh, it's stacking up, it's stacking up, it's stacking up. Man, I get on the plane, I get out there, man. I go to the hotel, knock on the door, open the door, somebody else in the room, man. She gone.
Mm,
Hey, man.
mm.
Hey, that took a live stories of what Gold has just said. Check it out. This is about exactly 19 years ago. I got my mentor sitting in the house with me. My game fairly fresh now. She fairly fresh. She made me like a 6 months, 8, 10 months, maybe a year in. Hello, what's happening? Oh, cash, woo, 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 woo. I'm at 90. Okay, bitch, $90. I'm popping it. Now, cash 90K. Okay, bitch, keep going. You know, put it up. Woo, 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 woo. I'm gonna holler at you. You comment, bitch, don't worry about what I'm about to do. You know, I see you when I see you. Yeah, get off the phone. I sit back. Yeah, man, you know, keep talking to my mentor. When they say, hold up, big dad. I ain't getting in your business or nothing like that, baby. But that was just say she had 90,000. And you still sitting here talking to me? But I booked my flight ASAP, man. You dig what I'm saying? I wasn't going to end up like gold. Nigga, I got on the first one.
Hey, hey.
But that 90 piece hot and spicy. And when I
Just
got
put me
there,
on the first thing smoking, please.
hey, just a
Put me
classic story. When I got
on the
there,
red eye,
when I
anything.
got there, it caught us so off guard, right? So I walk in, go get the look. Now she looking at me, trying to, she here go her presentation. She waiting on to see am I going, okay, bitch, what my other 10? It ain't nobody had 90. You holding out on my other 10? Okay. No, no, no. Okay, bitch. Look, okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Not the
Okay, you
crocodile
know what I'm
tears.
saying? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We're finna go do something, get yourself together. We're finna go, you know, eat, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but classic story. I'd have told this before, man. But yeah. We can go ahead, man. I just wanted to share that.
Man.
Heard that. Heard that. Hey. All right, so look.
Hey, you know, I just wanna
Go
say
ahead.
something real quick for the youngsters who are in here just soaking up free game. I see a lot of it going on. It just reminds me of, when I first got in the game. You know, stop listening to these broads and these fake promises that they gonna make. Stop believing that they ain't going nowhere. Stop believing that they love you. Stop believing that you're the best thing that ever happened to them. Because all that shit is a bunch of bullshit. You get into believing all that shit, you're gonna end up with nothing. You understand? Playing her game.
That's
You know
funny.
what
I put in
I
the
mean?
song, Lou, one of my songs, I said, she gonna tell you she love you, but she gonna tell me the same. That was one of, because they gonna say it to whoever gonna listen to them.
All right, let
Hey,
me let me
man,
Listen.
and
ask y'all. I know
you
y'all.
know what? You know where they catch them weak and vulnerable at? Doing sex time. All they catch are
Oh my
really, all
God.
they really get to whispering and, ooh, them. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know what's funny? Because I'm sure y'all experienced this. They all make a K a day before they get with you. Then all of a sudden it's slow once they start fucking with you, huh?
Man, shit,
It's
man,
just,
that it ain't if that ain't the biggest bullshit that they all
it's
say to you.
Hey,
slow.
They all
they ain't never
they
kept it
all just
real.
paid that
They ain't
last
never kept
dude
it real and said, I've been
hundred
like three,
thousand
four.
dollars a
Look,
night.
It's
look,
always
Hey,
a K a day.
hey, look, they thought I
it's
was a
always
rich ass, give about a,
man,
when I get, where is the money? What happened to it?
You know
man.
what I tell them?
I never make no less than 2,500 a night.
You know what I tell them, man?
And you
I
getting
tell
250
them,
now. What the fuck happened to that
I tell
2,500
them,
you talking
look,
about?
baby, I'm a man of action. That sound good, but let's turn these words into verbs. Are you ready?
You
And
got
I
to
say,
show
hold
me
up, you
you
do know,
love me,
and I
baby.
have to ask them to make sure we got an outstanding, clear understanding. You do know what a verb is, right?
Look, you want to know if she love you? Just be like, why?
You know
She
what,
get
man?
the,
Let me say this here, man. Hey,
Shut
check this
up.
out right here, man. Let me get this to all the youngsters that's listening. If you really want to challenge a woman's mental, if she tell you she love you, say, okay, baby, I hear you. I hear you. But see, this how we're going to implicate this love thing. If you love me, you're going to show me through your loyalty, your dedication, and your respect for my brand and your respect for me as a man. That's how you show me you love me, baby. Keep on loving me. Love me hard. But love me those three ways, through those three things. Then you're going to see what the bitch
Mm.
made of. Because we're
Hey,
not
hey,
going
Okay,
to show
so
it through mushy, through kisses, through making love and having sex. We're not going to show it the way Swear show it. We're going to show it through loyalty, dedication, and respect.
hey, I second that.
mm,
Listen, love is a verb. You understand me? Love is a verb. So be about it. You say you love me, show me. Show me. Cause you ain't got
Right,
to tell. Hey, I don't got
right.
to tell somebody I love them. You gonna see it through my actions,
You
Exactly.
gonna
right?
See?
You
feel
trying
this
to you
love. If
trying to
I
tell
love you,
me
you
because
gonna
you ain't
feel
doing
it.
it. You
Oh
want to
God.
tell me with your mouth so you can think you can confuse me. I only watch actions. Your actions gonna show me what you are and what you ain't. You ain't got to say nothing to me
Exactly.
like I
Mm-mm.
ain't got to say nothing to you because I'm gonna handle my business. You ain't got to ask
Exactly.
me, do I love you? Well, shit, you gonna know by my
Exactly.
actions. I ain't finna tell you yes. I ain't gonna tell you no. Look at what I'm doing and you decide for yourself, and I'm gonna do the same with you.
Exactly.
Like if I
That's all it
care for
is.
you,
That's
you
all it
can't
is.
tell. You ain't had too many people care. You don't know what it looks
But you
like.
know these bros, they rather you tell them some shit and not act like it.
Look,
Exactly.
They one
Man,
would
and you
rather
gotta
you say it than actually be about it.
look, true story. Look, y'all know I'm about to do the POLYFLY show. I got 20 women coming to fight for my love. They all in the group chat. I had to tell about 2, 3 of them like today, like, look, I can't do this right now. I got other things to do. I can't do this with you right now. They just
She say I'm raw cocaine, wanna be my baking soda. I put my strap in your bitch and she helped me like a holster. How dare you speak on my name? You should probably check your woman. Don't hate the